Hello! Welcome back to Daily English Talk.
Hi, everyone. It's so good to see you.
I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. We're here to help you practice your English.
Please, if you like our videos, help us by liking and subscribing.
Yes, it helps so much. Today, we are going to talk about something we both love.
That's right, our favorite books. We hope you enjoy our conversation.
So, Emma, how are you today?
I'm very good, Jack. The weather is nice, and I feel happy.
That's great. Did you do anything fun this weekend?
Yes, I did. I visited my family. We had a small dinner. It was very nice. How about you?
Oh, I was a little lazy. I stayed home. I watched some movies, and, of course, I read a little.
Oh, reading. That is a perfect start for our topic.
It is. I was thinking about my favorite book.
Me too. I was thinking about which book to talk about.
Okay, should we start? Emma, what is your favorite book?
That is a difficult question. I have many books I like. It's like asking me to choose my favorite star in the sky.
I know, it's hard, but try. Think about one book you love a lot.
Okay, one of my very favorite books is Charlotte's Web.
Charlotte's Web by E.B. White? I know that book. It's about a pig, right?
Yes, a little pig named Wilbur. He is the smallest pig in the litter, so the farmer wants to, do something bad to him.
Oh, yes. But the farmer's daughter, Fern, saves him.
That's right. Fern is a kind little girl. But the real story begins when Wilbur goes to another farm and meets a spider named Charlotte.
A spider. Many people are afraid of spiders.
I know, right? But Charlotte is not a normal spider. She is clever and kind. She becomes Wilbur's best friend. Wilbur is scared about his future, and Charlotte promises to save him.
How can a spider save a big pig? That is a funny idea.
It is funny. She uses her web. She writes words in her web, above Wilbur's head. Words like some pig and terrific.
She writes words? A spider that can write? That is a great fantasy.
Yes, it is fantasy. The people who see the web think it is a miracle. They think Wilbur is a special pig, so they don't want to hurt him.
So, she uses her intelligence. She is a very smart friend.
Exactly. She is a loyal and smart friend. Why do you like this book? Do you remember it?
Oh, I remember it now. I read it a long time ago. It made me feel many things. It made me feel happy for Wilbur, but also a little sad.
Yes, the story has some sad parts. Life has sad parts. But the book is about the beautiful things in life, too, like friendship and kindness.
It is a book for children, but the feelings are for everyone.
Yes, a good book has no age. Now, your turn. What is your favorite book?
My favorite book is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis.
Oh, I know that name. It's a famous fantasy story.
Yes, it's about 4 children, Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy. They are sent away from London during the war to live in a big, old house in the country.
That sounds like the start of an adventure.
It is. In the house, they find a big, old wardrobe. A wardrobe is a big wooden closet for clothes.
And this wardrobe is special?
Very special. Lucy, the youngest, goes inside the wardrobe and doesn't find the back of it. She just walks through the coats and finds trees and snow.
Snow? Inside a wardrobe?
Yes, the wardrobe is a door to a magic world called Narnia.
Narnia! What is it like?
It is a land full of talking animals. There are beavers that talk, and horses that talk, and giants, and dwarfs.
That sounds amazing and fun.
It is fun, but there is a problem. A very bad witch, the White Witch, rules Narnia. She makes it always winter, but it never is Christmas.
Always winter? That sounds cold. And no Christmas? That is so sad. I love Christmas.
It is very sad. The witch is cruel. But there is hope. There is a story, a prophecy, that 2 sons of Adam and 2 daughters of Eve, that means the 4 children, will help defeat the witch.
So the children become heroes?
They do. They learn to be brave, especially Peter, and they meet the true king of Narnia, a great lion named Aslan.
A lion? Is he friendly?
He is strong and powerful and a little scary, but he is also very good and kind. He cares about Narnia. The children, with Aslan's help, must fight the witch to save Narnia.
So it is a story about adventure and being brave.
Yes, and about good fighting against bad. So, you see, our favorite books are both about animals, but very different.
That's true. Your book is a big adventure in a magic world. My book is a quiet story about friendship on a farm.
But both are wonderful. Do you read many fantasy books like mine?
To be honest, not so many. I like stories that feel real, close to life. I also love romance books.
Romance. Books about love and relationships?
Yes, stories about people meeting, having problems, and falling in love. They're usually happy stories with a happy ending. I like happy endings.
I see. My sister loves romance books too. She says they are comforting, like a warm blanket.
That is a perfect way to say it. They are comforting. What does your sister like to read?
She reads many books by an author named Jane Austen. Do you know her?
Of course I know Jane Austen. She is one of my favorite authors. My favorite romance book is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen.
Ah, a classic. That book is very old, right? From maybe 200 years ago?
Yes, it is old, but the story is still modern in its way. It's about Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy.
Tell me about them.
Elizabeth is a smart, funny young woman. Mr. Darcy is a rich, proud man. When they first meet, they do not like each other at all. Elizabeth thinks Darcy is arrogant. Darcy thinks Elizabeth is not important enough for him.
But then they fall in love.
Well, it is a long story. They have many problems and misunderstandings. You will have to read it to find out.
Okay, you don't want to tell me the end. But it seems long, and the English is maybe old and difficult?
The English is a little different, but it is not too difficult. And the story is so good, you forget about the old language. Don't worry, you can do it. Reading in English is good practice. I always tell people to start with books they already know in their language.
That is very good advice. I always tell our viewers to start with easy books, maybe books for children or teenagers. The sentences are shorter.
Yes. For example, Charlotte's Web is a perfect book to start with in English. The story is simple and beautiful.
And The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is also good. The language is very clear, but maybe you think fantasy is silly?
No, I don't think it's silly. I think it is creative. I just don't read it often. Maybe I should try.
You should. It is good for your imagination. Where do you like to read? Emma, what is your perfect reading place?
I love to read in my favorite chair. It's a big, soft chair next to the window in my living room. When it rains, it's perfect. I can hear the rain on the window and read my book. It's very peaceful.
That sounds wonderful. I like to read in bed before I sleep. It helps my mind relax after a long day. Sometimes I read for 5 minutes, sometimes for 1 hour.
Do you ever read in other places, like on a train or a bus?
Yes, I often read on the bus when I go to work. It makes the travel time pass quickly.
Oh, reading on the bus is difficult for me. I get a little sick. My head feels bad.
Oh, motion sickness. That's not good. So at home is better for you.
Yes, at home is best. Do you use an ebook reader? A small computer for books?
Sometimes, yes. It is very convenient. I can have hundreds of books in one small, light thing. It's great for travel, but I also love paper books.
Me too. I love the smell of paper books. Old books have a special smell, and new books too. And I like to see how many pages I have read. I like to see the bookmark move.
Yes, turning the page feels good. It feels like progress. You see you are moving forward in the story.
Progress. Yes. Do you ever listen to audiobooks?
Oh, yes. I listen to audiobooks when I cook or when I go for a walk. It's a good way to read when your hands and eyes are busy.
I agree. It's also excellent for English listening practice. You can hear how the words are pronounced by a native speaker. You can hear the emotion in the speaker's voice.
Pronunciation and intonation are very important. Speaking of characters in books, who is your favorite character in your favorite book?
In The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, I have two. First, I love Aslan.
Aslan the lion, the king?
Yes, he is so strong and wise, but also kind. He is a good leader, but he is also scary. You understand his power.
And your second favorite?
I also really like Mr. Tumnus. He is a faun, that's like a man with the legs of a goat.
A goat? That is a strange picture.
It is. He is the first person Lucy meets in Narnia. He is very kind to her, but he is also scared because he works for the witch. He has a good heart, but he is not always brave. He feels very real.
I like that. A character with problems. Who is your favorite in Charlotte's Web? My favorite is Charlotte, of course. She is a good friend. She uses her intelligence to help Wilbur. She's loyal and creative. But I also like Templeton, the rat.
The rat? Why? He is not very nice.
No, he is selfish, but he is funny. And he helps sometimes because he's always looking for food. The story needs him. He adds a little dark humor.
Dark humor? Interesting. So your book has friendship, but also different types of personalities.
Yes, just like real life. Do you think it's important for books to teach a lesson?
Not always. Sometimes it's good to just read for fun, for escape. To forget your problems for a few hours. But a story with a good lesson, like being brave or being a good friend, is special. It stays with you.
I agree completely. A story with a good lesson stays in your heart for a long time. You remember it.
How many times have you read Charlotte's Web?
Oh, maybe 5 or 6 times. I first read it when I was 8 years old. Then I read it again when I was 15 and again as an adult. It was different every time.
Different. How is it different?
When I was a child, I saw the story of a cute pig and a clever spider. As a teenager, I understood the friendship more. As an adult, I see the story about life and time and saying goodbye to people you love.
That is deep. For me, with my book, as a child I saw the adventure and the fighting. Now I see the symbolism.
Symbolism? What does that mean?
It means one thing in the story represents another bigger idea. For example, the white witch is a symbol of evil and coldness. Aslan is a symbol for goodness, sacrifice, and warmth.
I understand. So it's not just a story about a witch and a lion, it's about bigger ideas.
Yes, our understanding changes when we are older. Do you ever read a book in your first language and then in English?
Yes, I do that often. It is a wonderful way to learn. It is easier to understand the story in English if I already know the story in my language. I don't need a dictionary for every word.
That is a very, very good learning method. I should try that too. Maybe I will read a Spanish book I know in English.
You should. It really helps with vocabulary. What book will you read next, Jack?
I'm not sure. My friend told me about a funny book called The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It is a science fiction comedy.
Science fiction? Like stories in space?
Yes, with spaceships and aliens, but it is very, very funny. Maybe I will try that. Or maybe I will try your favorite, Pride and Prejudice.
Really? Pride and Prejudice? That would be great. We can talk about it after you finish. You can tell me what you think about Mr. Darcy.
Okay, it's a plan. It might take me a long time, but I will try. But you have to read a fantasy book too. It's only fair.
A fantasy book? Okay, it's a deal. I will try. Which one do you recommend for a beginner in fantasy?
I recommend Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. It is very popular, and the first book is not too difficult. The story is about a young wizard going to a magic school.
A magic school? That sounds interesting. Okay, I accept. I will read the first Harry Potter book.
Excellent! This is a fun plan. Next time we meet, we can talk about our new books.
I look forward to it. Maybe I will love fantasy books after all.
And maybe I will love romance classics. We will see.
You know, Jack, while we were talking, I was thinking we used some very good words for English learners.
That's a great idea, Emma. Let's talk about some of those words. It's like a mini vocabulary review.
Exactly. You used a word I really liked. Symbolism.
Ah, yes, symbolism. This is a noun. Let me try to explain. Symbolism is when one thing in a story, an object, a person, or an animal, represents a bigger, more abstract idea.
Can you give us an example from your book?
Of course. In The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the character of Aslan is a lion. But he isn't just a lion, he is a symbol. He represents goodness, power, and sacrifice. So the symbolism is that the lion represents these big ideas.
So, a symbol is the thing itself, like the lion, and symbolism is the use of that thing to represent the idea.
Perfect. And we use symbols in everyday life, too. For example, a heart is a symbol for love. A white dove is a symbol for peace.
That's a very clear explanation. Another word we used was loyal.
Yes, you called Charlotte a loyal friend.
Right. Loyal is an adjective. If you are loyal, you are very faithful and supportive. You stand by your friend or your family through good times and bad times. You don't leave them when things are difficult.
So, a loyal friend is a true friend. Can you use it for things other than people?
Yes, you can be a loyal customer at a shop, which means you always go to that shop. Or you can be loyal to your favorite football team. You always support them, even when they lose.
I am a very loyal fan of my local team. They lose often, but I still support them.
That is true loyalty. Okay, another word we talked about a lot was fantasy.
Fantasy is a noun. It is a type of story, a genre. Fantasy stories have magic, imaginary worlds, and creatures that do not exist in real life.
Like the talking animals and the white witch in your book.
Exactly. Or like wizards, dragons, and elves in other stories. It is the opposite of realistic stories. The key is imagination.
So, if I say, I like to read fantasy, it means I like stories about magic and imaginary worlds.
Yes, and the adjective is fantastical, which means strange and magical, like something from a fantasy.
Good to know. Now, let's talk about the word classic. You called Pride and Prejudice a classic.
Yes, classic is an adjective. A classic book is a book that is very important and has been popular and loved for a very, very long time. It is not a new book.
It's a book that has passed the test of time. Many people from many different generations have read it and think it is excellent.
Exactly. We can also use classic for other things. We can say, a car is a classic car, or a song is a classic song. It means it is from the past, but is still considered one of the best.
So, to review our words for today, symbolism, when one thing represents a bigger idea; loyal, faithful and supportive, always there for someone; fantasy, a story genre with magic and imaginary things; classic, something that is important and has been loved for a long time.
Let's try to use them all in one sentence about our books.
Okay, that's a challenge. Let me try. In the fantasy classic, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the symbolism of Aslan shows the importance of having loyal friends to help you.
Wow, Emma, that was perfect. You are a vocabulary expert.
Thank you. I hope that was helpful for everyone. Remember, you don't need to memorize them all at once. Just try to notice these words when you read or listen to English.
Yes, little by little, your vocabulary will grow.
Well, Jack, that was a wonderful conversation. I really enjoyed talking about books with you.
Me too, Emma. It's always fun to share what you love, and I think we talked for a long time.
We did. So let's think about what we did today for our viewers. Today we practiced talking about our favorite books. This is a very common and friendly topic you can use with anyone.
That's right. We shared the names of our favorite books, Charlotte's Web and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
And we didn't just say the names, we described what the books are about. We talked about the characters like Wilbur the pig and Charlotte the spider, and Peter, Susan, Edmund, Lucy, and Aslan the lion.
Yes, describing the plot, the story, is very important. You can say, it's a story about, or it's about a character who...
We also talked about different types of books or genres. For example, we talked about fantasy books like your book with magic and imaginary worlds.
And we talked about romance books like your Jane Austen book, which focus on love stories. There are many other genres too, like mystery, science fiction, and biography.
Then we discussed our reading habits. We talked about where we like to read, you in your chair by the window, and me in my bed.
And we talked about how we read. We both love paper books, but we also use ebook readers and listen to audiobooks. Audiobooks are great for English listening practice.
Absolutely. Then we had our mini vocabulary review. We explained 4 useful words: symbolism, loyal, fantasy, and classic.
Remember, a classic is a book that is important and loved for a long, long time. Maybe you have a classic book in your language too.
And most importantly, we made a plan for the future. I promised to read a fantasy book, Harry Potter, and you promised to read a romance classic, Pride and Prejudice.
That's right. It's good to try new things. Maybe our viewers can also try a new genre. If you always read fantasy, try a short romance book. If you always read romance, try a mystery.
That's excellent advice. Learning English is a great time to try new books. Start with short books or books you already know. It will help your vocabulary and grammar in a fun way.
So, to summarize, today we practiced how to talk about a book, how to describe the story and characters, and we learned some new words about reading.
Now it's your turn to practice. We always like to finish with a question for you.
Our question of the day is, what is your favorite book, and why do you like it? Or, if you don't have a favorite book yet, what is a book you would like to read?
Please tell us in the comments below. You can write just the book's name, or you can write a short sentence like, my favorite book is book name because it is exciting. We read all your comments, and we love them.
It is a wonderful way to practice your English writing. And you can see what other people from all over the world are reading. Maybe you will find a new book to read from the comments.
So please say hello and tell us about your book. We are very excited to read your answers.
Thank you so much for watching Daily English Talk today.
If you enjoyed our conversation about books, please let us know by giving this video a thumbs up.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the little bell. That way you won't miss our next video. We talk about a new, helpful topic every time.
We hope you have a great day, and we hope you find a wonderful book to read.
Happy reading, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.